Good evening, children. I hope everyone are fine. So let us start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Control and Coordination. So today in this video I'll be taking introduction part to this chapter. So let's begin.
Coming to the first slide, can you see this picture, children? What can you make out of this picture? See, here a boy is brushing his teeth, taking bath, having his meal, waking up from his bed and studying. So, I want you people to recall what all the activities that you perform daily. See, we perform various activities in day-to-day life. Since from morning till evening, like we move from place to place, we go to school, we play, we dance, and we perform various activities. We know that we have different organs for different movement or to perform different activities. So here, whatever the movements we perform, like sharpening a pencil, running, eating, pushing a door, pulling it, painting, dancing, all these movements are not just a movements. Keep it in mind, it is not just a movements. In previous slide, I mentioned that the movements that we do, it seems like simple, but it is not simple. It is very complex movements that we do. And these movements includes two basic functions, that is balance and coordination. These two basic functions are very important to perform a task. If your movements are coordinated properly, then it is considered as perfect movement. And if your movements are not coordinated properly, then it is said to be imperfect movement. That is what I've classified here, that is movements into perfect and imperfect. And you can compare these explanation with these two pictures. See a drunken person. Can you see his movements in this picture? He loses his control and balance over their organs while talking, while walking, while driving. Okay, his movements are not that perfect. Compare the picture of drunken person with a normal person. See how stiff is standing and how stiff his movements are. And I can tell it as a perfect movements. So this is a difference between a perfect and imperfect movements. Is having a good balance on his body, wherein a drunken person doesn't have a good balance and he don't have a proper coordination with his organs, isn't it? Coming to the next slide, I want you guys to recall the life process chapter. It's already been done to you, isn't it? So just recall the life process chapter. So what all the living characters that you have studied in that particular chapter? Like you studied the life characteristic or living characteristics like nutrition, that is under digestion. So two types of nutrition that you have studied, autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Also respiration, transportation, how transportation takes place in animals or humans or in plants, excretion, reproduction, growth, growth in case of animals or humans or plants, in plants, that is germination of a seed. So these are all the things that you have covered in the life process chapter. Why I'm asking you people to recall all this, because it is interrelated with this chapter, that is control and coordination. In particular slide, I've just mentioned two pictures. Just compare animals and humans and also the characteristics of animals and human beings. We say that our system is very well developed. I repeat, we have a very developed system compared to other living thing. Okay, in most of the animals, they have a very good coordination. but it is very well developed in case of human beings. Okay. As I said, our system is very well organized and developed. See, basic thing, we have a strength and shape to our body. We are able to make movements because of these two major systems, that is skeletal system and muscular system. So what is skeletal system and muscular system? You have already studied in your previous primary classes. So let's recall it. Coming to skeletal system, it is a bony system which give us solid strength and physical support which are backed by muscular system. Then what is muscular system? Which allows to make movements by contraction and relaxation and making our body movements. Okay, a small activity, children. Just take out your right hand and try to fold it. Try to fold upside and down. When you just fold your hand, you feel the contractions of muscle. When you leave it freely, you see that the muscles are relaxed. This is what the contraction and relaxation, and how a skeletal system and muscular system are coordinating to each other. Understanding? Yeah. So in next slide, let us see different organs and different functions. See, in this slide, I've mentioned different organs that perform different activities. You can make out here, see the skeletal system which provides structure to the body and protects internal organs. Muscular system supports the body and allows it to move. And digestive system breaks down the food and absorbs its nutrients. Come to respiratory system, takes in oxygen and release waste gases, that is carbon dioxide. Come to nervous system, it controls sensation, thought, movement, and virtually all other body activities. And circulatory system transports oxygen, nutrients, and other substances to cells and carries away waste. This is how our organ system is present. Okay, and that is why I said that our human organ system is very well developed compared to other living organisms. Okay. Where else can we find coordination in our body? That is a cell. So you have studied a basic definition of a cell. What is a cell? What are the types of cell? That is a human cell or animal cell or a plant cell, and types of cells in the body. So what are all the organs that is present inside the cell, and what is the function of each and every organelle. So these are the basic things, you already know it. Okay, and just imagine if there is no proper coordination between a cell. So what would happen if they don't coordinate properly? What it finally leads to? There won't be any proper coordination. They function on their own, which might be out of our control. Okay, so this all the major drawbacks if there is no proper function of a cell. Cells perform the activities under some control and coordination among various organ systems. So this cell functions in turn leads to a proper function of a organ. See, here you can see types of cells in the body, that is stem cells, bone cells, blood cells, muscle cells, fat cells, skin cells, nerve cells, endothelial cells, sex cells, pancreatic cells, cancer cells. So these are the types of cells in your body. Okay, so they have their own function respective to the organ. For example, nerve cells. So that functions with the nervous system. So each and every cells has their own function. Okay. So after looking into the cell slide, so what is the next thing that coordinates with our body? That is sense organs. You know what are all the five sense organs? That is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. So these are the five sense organs. See, for example, when you see a beautiful flower, for example, you have seen a beautiful red flower, red rose. Okay, so you feel that wow feeling you feel, isn't it? So that is a response you are giving to a beautiful flower. And when you hear a pleasant music, you feel that a peacefulness within you. So that is a sense of sound, you feel it, okay, through your ear. And you smell a good odor of a food or a good aroma of some delicious food. So that is how you sense it. Your nose senses a good odor, isn't it? And when you taste a yummy food, you feel wow, it tastes yummy. So that is how the tongue feels. And when you touch her hot vessel, you immediately take out your hand. So you feel the temperature is high and immediately you take out your hand. So that is the pain you feel. So that is sensed by your skin. So these are all the response that you give to the external environment. Okay, so this is how the sense organs also coordinate with your body. So keeping all this in your mind, we will get into the actual topic of this lesson, that is control and coordination. Okay, same way we say humans, we have a different system working, and all the system must work with coordination. Then only our body can run smoothly. All the systems work with coordination. So in this chapter, we will be studying how the coordination brought in our system, how the organ system are coordinated, and how this process is achieved. We will learn in a next video.
So I hope you people have followed the introduction to this chapter. Okay. So I'll be taking different topic in the next class. See you children.